Here we have some data. We'll understand some of the basic ways we can move our data, like add a column row or adjust the cell height and width so that we have uniform tables while working on large number of data sets with thousands of rows and columns. Here in this data set, you can see some hash signs. So this is because the column is compressed more than its actual size. So either you can go to the column, select that column. Here we are selecting column B and then drag it some length and see. Now the whole data is visible, whatever was there in this column. Similarly, you can also drag this column and you'll be able to see all the data here. Now, if there are thousands of columns, how many times will you sit and keep dragging this and adjusting? Also, they are not uniform. Here you are seeing the column is more, the width of the column is more. Here it is less. So now in order to give a uniform width and height to each of the cells in the table, what you can do is you can go to this half triangle in this the leftmost corner and press it. So it selects the whole sheet. Now, if you want to adjust and give uniform width and height to each of the cells of this table, you can simply select the first column and double click here. Now look, it has given uniform width to all the columns in this table. Similarly, if you select the first row, the edge of the first row and double click here, you can see all the height of each cell is uniform now. For large number of data set, this works best. Now, for example, in this item section, you have, let's add some more options here. Laptop, desk, mouse. Okay. Now, the data here is not visible. Either you can drag this like this, but no, it's not looking that good. Only one column is extended, rest are uniform. So what we can do is, we'll adjust this again as it was earlier. We can use the option of wrap text. We'll select this cell and click on the wrap text option. This is in the alignment group here. Now look, this has gone like this. We can adjust the mouse to the next row. Yeah. So look, you can adjust it like this also. Wrap text will adjust it in the vertical form. The columns are uniform and the rows get adjusted. Again select this and yeah. Now let's see how to add a column and a row. Also how to delete a column and a row. So simply to add a column here, we can select the whole column, column A, right click and click on insert. So the column which we selected, a new column would be added in front of the column which we selected. Similarly, we can right click and delete this column. Now the shortcut to add a column is select the column before which you wish to add a new column. Here we have selected column A and then we will press Control, Shift and plus. So the new column is inserted before column A and this column becomes A and the next column becomes B, right? Now we also have a shortcut to delete this column, that is Control plus minus. And for rows also it's the same. We'll select the row. Here let's select row 6. And now we wish to add a row before column 6, a blank row. We'll select Control plus Shift and plus. Here it is added. And to delete it, we'll use Control plus minus. Also, you can right click and add just the way we did with column. You can right click insert and right click delete. Fine. Now, like if you have a large number of data set and you are scrolling down, so like here we scrolled a little. Now you might get confused that these three columns represent what. Like these are still understandable, but these three columns you might get confused while working on a large number of data sets. Say there are 10 rows with different numerical values. You're not able to understand while scrolling down what column represents what. Here it was price, units, and total, then tax. So going down, you might get confused or forget which column was what. So what we can do is we have the option of freezing the first row so that if we scroll down also, the heading of these column remains the same. So we'll select this whole heading, right? We'll go to view. Here you can see in the window group, freeze panes. So we can use the drop down menu and freeze the top row here, right? Now it's frozen. So if you'll go down, you will be able to see that this is the price, this is units, this is total, and this is tax. So this becomes beneficial when you are using a large number of data set, and this freezing helps us know which column we are viewing at the moment. You also have the option of freezing first column here when you have a large number of columns. So you can select this and freeze the column, right? Now if we go towards the right, you can see first serial number option is frozen. Also, we can use the freeze pane option. Like we want to freeze the first few rows altogether. This would freeze the first few rows. Okay, first we'll have to unfreeze because the first row is frozen. We'll unfreeze. Now we have selected the first few rows and we'll select freeze pane. So you can see this vertical and horizontal line. No. Okay, so only one. Okay, all these upper panes are frozen and this is moving. For a large number of data sets, it can be beneficial. Let's unfreeze this. Okay, now also you can add a title to this table. We learned how to add a new row, so we'll add a new row. Control Shift plus. We got a new row here. Let us give the name Global Sales Report. Okay. Now let's increase the font a little. Here, let's give it 15. Let's bring it to center. Either we can use alignment option here, or what we can do is first we need to merge this because we need the global sales report in the center of the whole table, right? The heading should be at the center. So we can use this option of merge and center. These will merge all the cells and bring the heading to the center. Look, you can bold it a little, give a little professional look in the background, and there you go. This was some of the basics one should know. If you like the video, do like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching.